is a MAC law?
A MAC law is basically a law within a state for the issue of maximum allowable cost. This is a really critical issue throughout the country. Pharmacies need to be aware of the MAC laws. This has gained heightened attention, heightened scrutiny by all of the state governments because, simply put, PBMs are using MAC to destroy pharmacies. They are under-reimbursing them under the guise of maximum allowable cost in MAC. And there's a lot of exciting new laws on the books, but the problem is pharmacies are not using them. So I can't emphasize enough how important it is for pharmacies to reach out to Frier Levitt and talk to us. They can contact me directly and discuss their rights under state MAC laws. I was just looking at Ohio's MAC law today. Ohio is a state very near and dear to my heart.
Because you went to the Ohio State University?
Correct. That is correct. I am a Buckeye, as did my father. But in Ohio, PBMs are required to advise if they have two competing MAC lists, a MAC list for their plan sponsor versus the MAC list that the pharmacies are required to use, so they can learn if there's a disparity there and that PBMs are utilizing spread pricing. But getting down to the real dollars and cents of it, almost all of the states that have MAC laws, and there's about 35 right now, but that number's growing because we actually just had here in New Jersey that's going to go before Governor Murphy. There's a new law that it's some improvements to a pre-existing MAC law that would add a lot of protections for pharmacies operating in the state of New Jersey. So the Assembly has passed that law, and Governor Murphy needs to sign that into law in the state of New Jersey. But the pharmacies have the right to file MAC appeals with their PBMs, all of the PBMs, because these laws apply to any PBM operating within a state.
What's an alternative fee arrangement, and does Frier Levitt ever apply alternative fee arrangements to MAC appeals?
So an alternative fee arrangement is essentially an alternative to traditional hourly billing. I think one of the things that make pharmacies hesitant to engage legal counsel to file MAC appeals or to even challenge MAC generally is that they're concerned about the small margins that are involved in MAC, because oftentimes you can be fighting over a few cents. Now, that's not always the case. In some cases, we're seeing hundreds of dollars disparity in disbursement. But when you have, claims that might be the difference between 5 or 10 cents, a pharmacy might say to themselves, well, I'm not going to hire attorneys and pay them hourly rates to challenge what amounts to $500 or $1,000. I want to be clear to pharmacies, you're being penny wise and pound foolish. We create alternative fee arrangements to make it more affordable for pharmacies to challenge MAC appeals. Essentially, Frier Levitt, as the law firm, would take on essentially all of the risk, and the only way that we would get paid is if we achieve a successful result for the pharmacy in challenging MAC appeals. And yes, we do have alternative fee arrangements available for MAC appeals.